Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing this evening? My draw Fulton, welcome in. Happy Sunday to you all. Get some colors ready here. How was everybody's weekend? I'm just gonna jump in and continue painting. I am trying to figure out some things with this color scheme. I think the first thing I'm going to do is darken the body on this Zerg creature. That's what we're doing first. On Lockridge, played some 40k. Nice. I did get a hold of the winner. Yes, so the winner will be claiming their prize when it's done. You know, they originally told me that, you know, they mentioned like, hey, you know, I don't live in the same country, it might be expensive to ship, and I, you know, made it a point that this is what the Patreon's here for. This is what the supporters pay for, is being able to ship it to anybody. So that's what it's there for. So I'm gonna make sure it gets to them. It's good stuff. Very good stuff. Mr. Lockridge, what'd you play today? You said you played a game of 40k. What factions? How many points? What's going on? Misfit on YouTube. How you doing, Misfit? Spilled paint pot. What's going on, man? What is going on? I'm having a good Sunday. Yeah. Did some fun things this weekend. Pretty happy about. Got some important things done. One of the big things that we did as a family today was we planted our starters for our vegetable garden. So we got our little all of our stuff, all of our seeds planted and everything. So painted dread. Yeah, your dreadnought's looking good. I did see it on or at least the start of it on Instagram. What chapter are you going for with the dreadnought? I don't know what Jira is. I know what that is. But yeah, that was something we did today. That was nice. Dark Angels. Okay, that's right. That's right. The second edition metal box. Not very nice. Atlassian? What is that, Red Dirt Johnny? What is that? Project task tracking software. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, Atlassian mixture. Okay. I'm not in IT, so gotcha. Okay. Bunch of IT nerds clouding up my other nerdy interests here. Come on, you guys. Come on. You have an unhealthy... There's no such thing as an unhealthy obsession with dreadnoughts. Alright? I mean, it can probably get unhealthy to a point. A bunch of autistic computer... Yeah, we're supposed to be autistic painting nerds. What's going on here? You can't have two superpowers. It's not allowed. I'm not talking work tonight. Okay, alright. That's fair. It can't cross streams. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we gotta cool it here. We gotta cool it. This guy's face and like head are like a deep red. It just doesn't have like a great like split. But we're gonna hit that. There's this dark, this mahogany color here, and then we'll get to work on that a bit. But I also want to we'll get that red down first on his jowls. top of his head, and then we'll do the base. But first, we can do some gold here. We can definitely do some gold. Printed Armiger Knight. Start assembling Paragon Warsuits. Oh, nice. Very cool. Very cool. I have Prepare to be Blinded, everybody. This is what I accomplished this. Look at that red. That, my friends, is the AK Interactive Clear Red before any varnishes. Oh, hello, Mrs. Trolley. She's salty. She can recognize my voice. That's so bad, man. That's so bad. You want to eat this? Yeah. I don't know. Does it? Hold on. I don't want to taste it. But yeah. So this is the red color before any varnishes. So I need to put. There are 2 coats of varnishes I put on this before I can touch it with other paint. Before I touch it at all. If I touch this right now, it leaves fingerprints because this paint sucks. So don't use this paint. But I have to cover it with a gloss varnish, and then I cover it with a matte varnish. The gloss varnish seals in the paint so it doesn't reactivate, and the matte varnish makes it paintable. So yeah. Let's check out. Yeah, your Margal Dreadnought, dude. Yes. Your green stuff work is so good on this tank. I am honestly, so every Word Bears player I know, Fulton, every Word Bears player I know has a Margal Dreadnought. Every single one of them has the Resin Mini. Your Contemptor that you converted here blows me away. This is insane work. Very good work. Is everybody painting Dreadnoughts tonight? Am I missing out? What's going on? How you doing, Anoke Guardian? What is going on? Years ago there was like 5 or 6 of us. See the growth over the last. What are you talking about? Oh, lots of different armies. Oh, okay, sorry, I'm missing your post here. 20 people at the store. Southern Ohio Wargaming scenes popping up. Very nice. I hope, John Lockridge, I hope that 11th edition just sets it off even more. Yeah, seriously, that is incredible. Like, your green stuff work is so good, but the creativity with your parts, just like the plastic work on the conversion, were great. Like, his feet claws is terrifying. It's disgusting. So good. You finished the Celestian Insidiance. That is that's the new minis, right? The new kill team. Reading Eisenhorde, my draw. You getting ready for the Henry Cavill show? Is that what's happening? The new they're $111 for the 2 of them. Ugh. Oh, that's too bad. Rip. Sorry, everybody. So, all right. More importantly, over the nonsense 40K that came out. Just kidding. We'll talk about that stuff because that was a ton of stuff that they announced. Which I do have the document updated. I want to ask you guys, what are your predictions on the minis that are going to release on my birthday? And for context, my birthday is on March 28th, which is a Saturday. And the current preview that was today, those minis will release March 21st. So it means next Sunday, whatever gets announced was released on my birthday. What's up, Estrello? TPD and Chad. And we can go through, because I have a pinned post of everything Games Workshop has announced but not released yet. Yeah, your store's out of space. That's crazy. If I were a betting man and I had to bet on something being announced on this coming Sunday, Shadow Sun popping out. Okay, I'm not asking what you want, my draw. Tau fans disgust me. I think it's gonna be Custodes, and or the Heresy Journal. That Custodes Battle Force and its Liber, I think, are a very good possibility. That's what we thought you wanted. That's what we're getting. Oh, okay, okay. New things. If they're blue. Oh, no, okay, okay. And then I'm literally debating, do I grab the new Custodes box and dive into a whole new thing, or do I get the same amount and equivalent miniatures to add to my Thousand Suns? Because I had stuff I want to do with command squads. I wanted to eventually make a Seeker squad, Inductii. I want to do all that stuff. Team Tau Twins as Calgar models? No, I haven't seen that. No. This is like Calgar in his new armor, and it's just those suits. Safe and sound. I never shipped 3D. You know what, Estrello? I have not gone yet. It's really, I normally don't leave things at the post office that long, but I've been waiting to ship things, and I have been super busy. But they are, they're in the box and they're safe and everything. So, yeah, I'm leaving you hanging though, and I apologize for that. But I'm hoping to get out this week. Like I said, that my PO box is pretty far from me. I didn't want a PO box close to my home address because that's sketchy. I was chilling with the painting son on Friday. He had the day off school, and we ran some errands, but I felt bad asking him to run even more to go out to the post office because it was his day off. I didn't want him to have to spend his day off sitting in a car. We did go to breakfast though, to a diner. It was incredible. Posted in memes, okay. Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. Yeah, that looks pretty good though. That's a nice blue. We need to make that happen, guys. I think the way GW prices these characters and stuff anymore, especially characters, I think characters are really notorious for this from GW lately, where they price them as a FOMO set. So I think Games Workshop knows that there's a large number of people who are buying these solely for gameplay purposes, and they're going to buy it immediately no matter what. Like, their whole goal is to buy this model, and it doesn't matter what it costs. And after that point, the number of sales they get from that model is going to be negligible. So I think from a business standpoint, what GW is thinking is, we charge a large amount of money for these one-off characters because people are going to buy one of them. It's not like a normal like Crisis Suit Squad where people are going to buy 3, 4, 5 box sets of them. They're going to buy exactly one of these. And so they're going to try to make that return on investment as quick as possible. And that means getting more money for it. And the people that just want to buy it to paint or whatever, they don't matter. That's negligible. Or they'll eventually buy it, or maybe they won't, but it's made up in the fact that the people who really want that mini to play competitive, doing Major League Gaming 40K, those people are going to buy it no matter what, if it's good. Man, forgot about yeah. Or maybe GW want to milk that a little bit more, and they'll be absolutely busted at the start of 11, like the Desolators, the Space Marine Desolators were. And then they got nerfed into the ground right after 10th started. Yeah, the Codex releases and they'll nerf it to the ground. Yeah. Man, I forgot about the bundle. Yeah, the Christmas bundle will have these characters. It'll be fun special characters, plus a bunch of models that may or may not make sense with them. Edition feels wild. Stupid amounts of power change. That was last edition too. It's kind of like it's like the open secret, right? Like everybody knows 11th edition is coming this summer, and GW doesn't want to say that it is because marketing and everything, but the game designers are all fully in on 11th. They're not paying attention as much to the balance of 10th and everything, and so it's just this like balances out of whack, and they don't care because that's it. Yeah, the end of 9th was the same. It was just everything was just thrown to the wind. Hey, Berg Trollitz, welcome. How are you doing? Come into the stream. What brings you in? Doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. I've had a nice weekend, and had to paint this cool mini. I'm loving the colors on this mini. That's something I'm really enjoying. Are you in the hobby? You play any kind of like miniature games, tabletop games, just paint miniatures? What are you into? Good deal. Don't play games. Interested in any entering 3D printing and painting market. Okay. What do you mean by the market? What is looking to sell stuff? Or are you just looking to like get into 3D printing and stuff? I have a resin printer and I'll print with. But it's just personal stuff. I'll print minis for myself and pieces for minis for myself and all that kind of deal. Okay, I think that is the highlight we will get. Out of this. Now, what I really want here are some nice bright greens. And I think the inside of these, a print of girly, okay, alright. That's what you want to work with. Okay, nice. Can we try, let me see if some fluorescence will do me any good here. Let's try. I don't use these fluorescent paints often. We're gonna mess with them. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to just put some yellow down in his blade, and so the most recessed parts have some yellow, and I'll put some green down on the palette too, and we'll mix in some green and we'll kind of go from there. Okay. Johnny, geez, just full degenerate with the meme, huh? This will most likely take a couple coats. Yeah, I was very much like into tabletop gaming and everything for a long time, and then I got a 3D printer later, a couple years ago. To see if it would help some practical things. And it has. It is a frustrating and dirty, toxic experience. But it saved me money. It's allowed me to find a lot of cool things that I wouldn't have otherwise. Fascinated by the edge you did there? What are you talking about? With what? Which part? You got a game of Cursed City on Friday. Wow, okay. My dream might be one of the only people on the planet playing Cursed City. Gotta be real honest with you. No, nothing wrong with that. But that's cool though. Two left and you finish the campaign. Dang. Okay. Yeah, double down on Dark Water, yeah. Did you stream Resident Evil playthrough? No, I haven't. I don't play Resident Evil. It's not my jam. But yeah, did that come out this weekend? Someone was talking about that earlier this week. I'm the only. That's cool. Well, I like being a hipster, so. I owned one Resident Evil game, and it wasn't even me. It was my brothers and I bought a game for, it was PS2 I think, and was Resident Evil something. It was a pretty early one, 2 or 3 or 4, something like that. We're like, oh yeah, cool scary game, let's buy it. And I was like 8 or 9. Oh my goodness, how old was I? I was young. And was it PS1? No, it had to have been a PlayStation 2. I couldn't have been 9. Maybe I was like 10 or something. Anyway, point of the story is I was way too young. And I tried to be tough with my older brothers, to be like, yeah, let's play it. I remember how absolutely horrifying that game was to me, and also how difficult that game was. Crazy hard game. To understand like any mechanic of that game, it was incredibly difficult. I remember. Alright. We are going to grab some dark plum while we wait for that fluorescent yellow to dry. I do like the Resident Evil movies. They are so bad that they're incredible to watch. Like, uh, my wife and I both really enjoyed those movies, and it's funny because she doesn't like horror movies at all. Now, I don't really either, but we would go to theaters to see those movies. Like, we were the people paying to see those movies in movie theaters. These colors are a little more what I see here. Watch this movie Monster. No, I did not watch Monster Hunter. No. Was that like a similar thing or what? I don't know. Something about Resident Evil just, I was a huge fan of zombie movies, and Resident Evil at its heart is like a zombie franchise, right? But it goes way beyond that. It's just complete ridiculousness, and that's at that point, like, I'm invested and I'm cool with it. I convinced myself it's a zombie movie, and then that's enough. Same director and actress. That's pretty funny, actually. Okay, a little bit of dark plum here. We'll come back to that. No, listen, I started my vegetable garden. My family started our vegetable garden is what it was. So we got our all our starters going. That's what we did, and then what else? Went to the local game store. Ended up buying nothing but paint. Although I wanted to buy minis, and I I get decision paralysis and I decide not to buy anything. It's pretty lame. Then regretted it, but tomorrow my day is going to be spent hanging out outside while sap boils down into maple syrup. So it's another one of those days. But I'm pretty excited to have some more maple syrup. I hope this batch is really good. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited about that. Like I'm a homesteader at this point, like just finding all these random things. Probably good on the yellow. Yeah, we'll move in from there with some green. I'm excited, hoping to paint some Thousand Suns this week, if I can get to it. I got my 2 tanks to paint, so if I can get to those, that'd be really nice. It'd be fun to have those done by the end of the week. I don't think they'll take too much to paint. Alright, next thing, I want to get back onto this this gray here. This is dark warm gray. Yeah, I'm just gonna put another coat on this because that paint was. I'm rubbing off the paint, the primer here. I don't want to be doing that. The actual base rim later. Hey, Sith Ice, what's going on? Good evening to you. Hope all is well. A little bit. I think this will help a whole lot, but we'll get a little bit of paint on the rim here. Army list tinkering. What kind of army list you tinkering with? It's AOS stuff. You're an AOS guy, right? Oh, 40k. Okay, okay. You see that's... Oh, hold on. Yeah, let me see the streak. What is it? 50, 55. Did you say shifty 5? That's crazy, dude. For your Bastion task force. What? Okay, Space Marines would not. Okay, okay. Those are new. Are those new detachments? The Bastion's like the. Is that the Imperial Fist one? What is that? Yeah, crazy streak Nitro. Yeah, I can't believe anybody has that long of a watch streak in anything, and the fact that you have that streak in my channel is very flattering. If it's the battle line units, can give additional units battle line. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So you can get like 6 of a particular unit you want. Oh, it's the Iron Hands one. Okay. Okay. I get it. I get it now. Enhancer grants his unit battle line. Oh, okay. Wait, isn't battle line just you get to choose more of them? I thought that's just what battle line does. It's for scoring? Okay. I haven't played 10th edition and it's been like a year and a half at this point. I spent the first year of 10th like really into it. And then I just kind of lost interest. And I learned that once I went like 3-4 months without playing, I just like I lost the whole like meta and everything, and yeah, I couldn't keep up anymore. bother me. Okay. What I can do, I can drop a quick wash on these rocks. Yeah, let's just do a little black wash. Why is that a black wash? Let's see. See if I got more. I got all my backup paints, but. Don't have a black wash. All right. I'll have to get sometime soon. Use eligible to shoot and declare a charge, turn which they advance or fell back. Eligible to perform an action, turn which they. Oh yeah, that's really good. Okay, I get that. I see it. I see the rule. And that's like the Imperial Fist one, right? Yeah, so then what's a non-battle line unit that benefits from being turned into a battle line unit? But yeah, I see the synergy with that though, and like how good that is. It's crazy too, because can you use that? You can use that as Ultramarines, right? Because I see Ultramarines doing that, and then you have your battle line units, then you have Calgar with something, and Calgar gives his squad, you know, advance, fallback, shoot and charge, all that stuff, and then you have another, like a captain or something with the enhancement, and you just have your whole army like gallivanting around the board doing whatever you want. Against those marked units gets one. Oh, okay. I imagine that's good for splitting fire, right? Make my Terminators as well. Yeah, that's cool. Are classic Bolter Power Fist Terminators any good? I like the classic Terminators. If I'm not mistaken, this fluorescent paint should glow in the dark. something we should test. They get to shine a UV light on it. Okay, and what the color I'll use here, I think I'll do a little bit of mixing. I'm gonna get out some bright green. Maybe we just do green. You know, I'm just gonna do green. Just classic green. Yeah, so what are you guys most excited about that's coming out next from the Sunday preview? I really like the Eldar Psyker character. That mini looks really cool. I really like that mini. So that's a mini I'm excited to check out. Not sure if that's a purchase on my end, but definitely interested. Chaplain 10 assault terminated in your home field objective. Advance and charge, lethal hits or sustained hits, revealing ones to hit, ones to wound without being with a moment target. That's cool. Okay. Very nice. Glad to see assault terminators have a spot. Waiting on new Iron Warriors characters to drop along with the Defiler. Yeah. OG Defiler all built and painted. Yeah. Spill paint pot. You will paint abs and you will like it. A small Tau army. Mechs and crude. The Twin Lance. Yeah. Twin Lance is expensive. Someone just said it's $111. Was that? It wasn't you and okay, was it? But yeah. Ugh. Gross. It's so expensive. Corsairs. Big fan of colors. Yeah, the color scheme's great. I absolutely hate the helmetless heads in the Red Corsairs. They're some of the worst head sculpts I think I've ever seen from GW. On those bits? Yeah, okay, that's fair. True Iron Warriors. Here needs a head swap, dude. Yeah. Yeah, the Twin Lance is someone, I can't remember who it was, but they popped in and said it's $111 for the two of them for that set.
Now that's what I call high quality A2O.
Hey, what's going on? Thank you for the hydrate and stretch, Jade Valkyrie. I absolutely will do that. Absolutely. Yeah. Alright, let's take a stretch. Oh, yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. See, Middle Earth can increase model scale? No, absolutely not. No, that game's going to stay how it is. It's perfect how it is. And okay, Guardian. Those made-to-order sets are great. I had 2 of those sets. Still kind of have 2 of those sets. Incredible box sets. The Ambush Aim on Him was one of my favorites. Just so much character put into one set of minis. It's great. I think the fact that Middle Earth had technically a new movie come out with the War the Rohirrim movie. They made a new edition based on the movie and remade one of the most popular box sets in the in that whole game, and they did not rescale things. I think it's very telling that they're not rescaling anything for that game. It's gonna stay as it is. What's up, Blue? How you doing? With all the characters a part of the Fellowship? What do you mean? Like all of the Fellowship characters? Yeah, so the set that they're putting on Made to Order, there's one it just has the 9 members of the Fellowship. That is the classic Fellowship box set, but those are the metal minis. Those are the original minis that came out. A few years after the game came out, they released another Fellowship set as actually part of one of the starter sets for Middle Earth, and Yeah, so I think it was called the Battle of Balin's Tomb or the Mines of Moria or something starter box, but that starter box had the 9 Fellowship members in plastic. And I gotta be honest, I like the original metals better than the plastic box. I own both of those sets, and yeah, the metal ones look better. The plastic ones are even more, which the metal ones are old. They're hand sculpted. They're from, they were sculpted in probably 2000, maybe year 2000 or something. So they show their age, but yeah, blue. What is going on? Mayhem has very good taste in colors because I love the colors in this mini. Just everything is just showing up so well. It's nice. You're anyone from chats from Central or West Europe. The German third-party retailer has its 9th anniversary this March with big discounts at Games Workshop. Oh, okay. German third-party retailer for anybody in Western Europe or Central Europe. Okay, let's try a little darker green here. German third-party retailer, something I cannot pronounce. So, Taschengelddieb. Is that how you pronounce that? That's my best guess. But yeah, if you can, you want to shop there, any Europeans, you got discounts. These minis for shipment being slightly difficult, yeah. Oh, you guys ready for another week? Is that exciting to everybody? I'm gonna get some. Oh, let's do hot pink. Hot pink is no. Sorry, Brock. Sorry. Looking forward to it. I am boiling syrup tomorrow. That's the plan. And that might be it for me for the season, I think. I'm doing really well. Brock, how are you doing? Okay, mixing some hot pink into dark plum. It's a pretty nice color. Bit sleepy, me too. Me too. Trying to finish this mini. I can move on to finishing some other minis. And then maybe I can move on getting what I want. But who knows? You never know. 22% off. Oh, that's cool. Okay, wow. More info from the... Yeah, it's slowly coming together. That's cool. That's really cool, man. Yeah. That's good stuff. Yeah, it is. It is really helpful. Yeah, so I'll probably... What's probably going to happen is I'm going to... finish up this batch tomorrow, and then I think I'll just pull the tap out and be done with the taps that are in the trees right there. And I think I'll just be done for the season, and I'll kind of hang it up for the year. But Metal Fellowship's better. Yeah, they are. Yeah. I don't think I didn't think I was crazy in thinking that, honestly. Like it's a pretty common opinion. I would, if you like Lord of the Rings minis and you just want to buy some stuff because it's like really cool and you want to paint something, I recommend either that Attack on Weathertop box or the Ambush Aim on Hin. The Ambush Aim on Hin has so much character. It's the one with dying Boromir with 3 arrows in his chest, and his horns split, and then you have the 2 hobbits being carried by Uruk-hai. Like it's great. It's great. Yeah, I'm gonna be writing stuff down. Yeah. Is it really? Okay. Yeah. Well, absolutely. Won't let the tradition die if I can get out and do it again next year. Keep dragon information. Sweet. Do you need some maple trees in your yard? What are you doing, Blue? Yeah. And I think I probably already mentioned this like twice, 2 or 3 times already, but we got our starters planted. We got seeds planted for our garden. So we have 72 little seed pods planted, and we also have carrots, but carrots you cannot transplant, is something we learned. So we're just gonna wait and plant them when we get the raised bed put in, because we're gonna put some raised beds in. Try to make a little setup. We're gonna be growing, the right maples. Okay. I don't know anything about trees. Literally, like someone told me I had sugar maple trees, and I was like, sweet. All right, let's do it. But we're gonna be growing. We're growing. What do we got? We're gonna do zucchini and cucumbers. Bell pepper. And what else? Green beans. We're gonna try to grow a lot of green beans because Painting Sun will actually eat green beans. Apparently, he said if they're grown in their own garden, we're gonna. And we have a couple herbs. I think we got like basil and rosemary to try out. And then what else? A couple varieties of onions. We got some green onions like scallions and just some sweet onions maybe. And then what else do we have? Oh, we got carrots. So yeah, and we found out you can't like they're not supposed to transplant carrots, so like we'll just wait. Tomato, cucumbers, yeah, we don't like tomatoes. It's like none of us eat tomatoes really raw, and we know that like when you grow tomatoes, people seem to end up with 1,000 of them. We're like we don't want to keep giving tomatoes out to people, so we're just gonna do other stuff first. green beans coming out. Yeah, he decides he doesn't like them. You know what, though? I freaking love green beans. And painting wife and I will eat green beans like every other day if we can. So it works out. Yeah, we're planting a lot of green beans, though. Voracious plants, really? Yeah, the dirt. So we got like a little starter, like tray, and the tray we got came with soil in it, and we went very simple, um, and it's like they were like dehydrated soil like pellets, and you like rehydrate them, and then you just put you plant the seeds in there and everything. So we went with that to start, and then we're going to see how that goes. We'll transplant them, but we got them. It's like a nice kit. It's you know, I think they all say they're like self-watering kits, but so we're gonna keep an eye on it. But it has like a neat little system that's like cheap, but also seems like it might help keep the plants a little more hydrated, the dirt a little more hydrated. So binds tooth and nail for real estate. Oh, okay, wow. Huh. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with tomatoes. I've heard cucumbers and zucchini are both like both trying to like take over their respective places. So that's something we're gonna, watch out for. Try to keep an eye on. I'd eat zucchini every day if I could. Please, serious, I love zucchini. And yeah, I have no expertise on how to grow things. So all of the knowledge about taking care of plants is on the painting wife. And she manages a household full of like 30 houseplants at this point, so I feel like she knows how to at least do the research if she needs to. That's where I'm leaning. One of the last things I'm going to end up doing on this is adding some, I'm going to take fluorescent paint through an airbrush. I'm going to try to add lighting effects just kind of through this to get some OSL onto his cape and everything. It's going to be one of the final things I do on this mini. upper part of the head is done. Let's grab the paint here. It's probably a good one. We'll try this drab brown. Anybody here play Starcraft? I was not someone who played Starcraft, but this mini's been a lot of fun to paint, and I hope I am doing this character justice. Because honestly, the only things I have to go on are the like art on the assembly manual here. And like the box art, which are both the same picture. Bone color. Got the look down. Okay, cool. Cloth, blue gray screen, bright green eyes. Okay. This is my first LAN parties many years ago. Yeah, nice, Tabern. Yeah. My dream as like a growing up RTS player was to do like LAN parties of like PC games with my friends. But I was like the only one that played RTS games. So, like, I wanted to play Age of Empires 2 or, Command and Conquer or something with them, but nobody else either owned a PC that could play the games or played them anyway. So, the game I ended up playing at my friend's house a lot, because he had it on his PC, was Heroes of Might and Magic 3. I feel like a typical evening at my friend's Killicam when we were kids hanging out, our typical go-to was like, hey man, we're gonna play a game of Warhammer. Sweet. So you get ready like Friday night, going to stay the night at my buddy's house, and we get ready and we start playing Warhammer, and we get an argument, and none of us can interpret the rules properly, so we just argue about it until we decide that we don't want to play anymore. And then we go and we turn on a movie. Would be Lord of the Rings, Gladiator, Troy, Kingdom of Heaven, something along those lines. And then we'd have that on his living room, and then we'd turn on Here's My Magic, which is his computer was also in his living room. That's what we do. We'd play Here's My Magic 3 while we had a movie on in the background. And if there were like 3 of us staying at his house, or 3 of us were hanging out or whatever, what we would do was we'd 2 of us would play a game of Warhammer on the floor or something, and then the third person would be playing would be playing their turn on Heroes or whatever, and we had like a no peeking rule when it wasn't your turn. You couldn't look at the screen, kind of thing. And we'd still have the movie on in the background, so we'd just be doing just stuff like that. Yes, the reason we didn't do we roll a die and whoever wins is because we were young and all of us were extremely competitive, which is stupid. And we would all read the rule, and we'd each read it in a different way, because we were like 13, 14, 15 or whatever. And nobody wanted to back down from it. Like, why would I roll a die when I'm right about the rule? So, yeah, that's exactly what would happen. So, I am teaching my son the proper way. I do feel like, I wasn't like in the scene or whatever before then, but I feel like Warhammer since then, as like a hobby and a community, has changed and improved in a lot of ways. And I think the attitude of people, for the most part, while they're playing a game, has improved a ton. There's a lot of like social pressure about being like a good opponent, and not just about like winning. I think that's really good. Yay, 1 point for the internet. Kind of establishing these kind of norms among gamers, even though there's plenty of other horrible things. But yeah, I played a couple games in my local store against people when I was younger, and it was all pretty poor experiences overall. So I even remember reading back in the days of Daka Daka and Warseer. You guys know, if anybody remembers all those forums. I never posted much, but I was always active. Like every day I would read Daka Daka. That was like the website to read and everything. And I remember there were 2 guys, and this was in, it may have been 5th edition 40k. It may have been 5th, but excuse me, maybe it was 4th. I can't remember. So it's 4th or 5th edition, and there were 2 guys in the forum that were both like really annoying, like top posters in the forum, but they were fairly insufferable, and they were people that were always like, well, I'm right and you're wrong because I know better than you, and you can't, like, I don't even know like where it goes from there. But it was always that attitude from these people. And I remember they got an argument between 2 armies, and one guy played Necrons and the other guy played Orcs, and they were both like bottom tier armies. Like, people just accept that they're both terrible, they both can't win a game, and both of those guys would argue that these armies are the best armies in the game. And they're like, I'll prove it. Best army in the game, you do this, this, and this, and they win. There's no, they're always there. They're so good. Best armies, whatever. Those 2 guys ended up meeting and playing against each other at like Adepticon or something. I think it may have been Adepticon. And I remember they took pictures of their game, and there was no like live streaming back then. That didn't exist, so you couldn't like watch these two guys play. But both of them posted like that evening or the next day or something their like battle report. And the one guy played Orcs. He said Orcs are the best army ever, even though they were terrible. And the other guy was like, no, Necron's the best army ever, even though they're terrible. And what's up, Zan? What's up, Pavelius? And at the end of the game, what happened was both of them, or it was so, both of them claimed they won the game. and that's literally how it ended. They're both like, yeah, no, I won because you did this, and then this happened. And the guy's like, no, I won because I did this, and then you did this, and like that was where it went. And then like they just kind of continued on like nothing ever happened between them playing the game. Yeah, old internet drama between people on internet forums, dude. Yeah, neither of them would admit they lost. And it's like, you guys played the game. Like, I don't understand. Like, it's, yeah. Had 12 people. Nice. All right. 12 people in a tournament. Very nice. Fought the Eldar player and realized where the true power was. Yeah. It was just haggard Necron versus haggard Orc armies, and these guys with their supreme strategy of like, you can't lose with this army because it's so good, and then they just, neither one of them could admit if they won or that they lost. Large totes start storing some of my completed Gunpla. Look, she's in the totes. Oh my goodness, no. Forgot the lids to the totes? Well, enjoy your refund, I guess. Guys like heavy intercessors? Because I love them when they're led by Farios. Zen loves heavy intercessors. He's got a thing for them. Here for 2 free lids, yeah. Yeah, go walk to the back of the store and you'll find them. Heavy intercessors are really cool. I agree. Up to 6 through and Space Marine, +1 armor and damage 1 weapons. Feel no pain. One led by Pharaohs, and they have 2 damage weapons by themselves. Yeah. Gravis armor is dead to GW though. They are done with it. Like, what do you mean Gravis armor? Like, we have Terminator armor back. We don't need Gravis armor anymore. Is there... What was the last Gravis armor that came out? Oh, you got the Sentinels, dude? Nice. A 10-man brick of heavy intercessors is awesome. Yeah, has there been Gravis released in the past like year? I don't think there has been. Also, Zen, My family and I watched Days of Future Past. Yes, last night and today. We finished it today. I'm like, yeah, X-Men. And the Sentinels, right? Like, it's super cool. I think that's only the second time I've seen Days of Future Past. I watched it in movie theaters, but it must have been like 2014 or something when it came out. And I remember, like, I watched that and I was like, that was my favorite X-Men movie. And I still hold that opinion after watching that movie. It is weird and yeah, random time shift things, and like the end of it's so good, and just like, yeah, just all that. Okay, yeah, Logan's amazing, but yeah, dude, Painting Sun was the end of that movie. He was kind of freaking out because, like, the Sentinels show up at their hideout at the end, like for like the end battle, and Magneto's a baller, and like throws the jet out, and Storm is like killing a bunch of them and stuff, and they just pop out and they just start killing all of them because he was like, yeah, go Storm, and then she just gets stabbed and thrown off the mountain, and yeah, it's just wild. She's Omega level, yeah, yeah. Who was the dude with the gun in that movie, Zen? Do you remember him talking to the guy that they would send back in time with like he would like charge up his gun and like make things explode or whatever? He ends up making himself explode. Is it Bishop? Okay, okay. Payson was asking. I didn't know. Oh, and obviously probably the favorite scene of the movie was Quicksilver. He has powers like Black Panther's suit. Yeah. Also, is Quicksilver in that movie just the Eagles to the Lord of the Rings? Like, if they would have been like, hey, Quicksilver, can you help us do like one more thing? And they just find Mystique, and he just like hits her and stops her, and then they just like win. But instead they have to go through this whole convoluted thing. I'm not crazy in thinking that, right? Like, the dude's an I win button in that movie. And he's literally like, he's at the end of the movie, he's literally there watching like everything happening, just like watching it on TV. Like, you could leave and go fix it and be back before anyone notices you're gone. Got a game in the movie. Oh, okay, okay. Alright, Zen, you have a good one, man. Alright, let's get a little more of a dry brush here with some bright warm gray. I think we're about done with this mini too. Like, there's not a whole lot left to do besides some airbrushing. I just want to grab a little bit of color. With that airbrush. But I'm gonna get the base of the mini here. Just do some black. Oh, I gotta get these little get a wash on the talons or whatever, and then a little highlight on them. Yep, but Bastion Task Force thing up before because someone went 5-0. Oh wow, okay, so it's good. Wait, are you saying Imperial Fists have a good task force or a good detachment? I don't believe that. I can't believe GW would give Imperial Fists good rules in 40k. Oh, it was Iron Hands. Oh, because they took Furious. Okay, okay. Never mind. All right, yep. It's Iron Hands with the good rules. That's what it always is. Yeah, Iron Hands get the rules. Lame. You know, I'm honestly curious. Were there any Gravis armor things that came out last year or this year? The Vampire Crawlers demo was fun. Oh, sweet. All right. I'll have to try that eventually. Oh, is that the Starcraft greeting? If Trekkers are if no Trekkies, Star Trek fans are Trekkies, are Starcraft fans crafties? You guys tell me. Blue, I played Fools, I believe is the term. Dang. Deathwatch Kill Team. Oh, snap. You asked about the Kill Team. Dang, where is it? Where is it? I don't know what you're talking about, man. What are you talking about? Was a Zeratul quote? Oh, okay, okay. That's his quote. All right. Little teefies here. I was gonna tell Zen that I was telling Painting Son about Marvel Crisis Protocol and how Zen plays X-Men and it plays Sentinels, and you know, he was gonna ask what X-Men he was playing and stuff because he was really curious about it. Man, 10 man is Intercessor. I love the big squads of infantry though. That's cool. Nice. Nice. Ooh, it has the Mario Kart? Dang. Oh, the Deathwatch Kill Team has Gravis, yeah. But was that a new kit though? That's not a new kit, was it? Or is it the new Kill Team? That's right, there's a new Kill Team that came out. Okay. Gotcha. Alright. Well, that's fair. I mean, Kill Teams are always like 10 years behind what everybody else is, or Deathwatch is always like 10 years behind what everybody else is doing. So that's it though, isn't it? That's it for Gravis. Yeah, I think Gravis is dead though. That to me sounds like Gravis is dead. We're calling it, guys. 10:41 p.m. Eastern, March 1st, 2026. Graphs is done, though. I did. I ignored everything, apparently. Where are these comments? Oh, there'll be a new Gravis unit in 11th. I'm doubting it now, because it's dead. I'm doubting it. Yep. You are mistaken. It's gonna be Terminators. Yeah, I think the one thing that saves Gravis from GW just dumping it all together was Space Marine 2. So they have to put the obligatory Gravis with Heavy Bolter so people can play their video game fantasy. I was too focused on X-Men. You know what? It's cool. X-Men are cool. You got a problem with X-Men, then we got problems. Yeah, Gravis does look less cool than Terminators. But I like the idea of, like, an armor for the everyman Space Marine, you know? Like a heavy armor. I think that's a cool idea. But yeah, from a pure, just, like, cool standpoint, like, Terminators are cooler than Gravis, in my opinion. Favorite Terminator mark? Tartarus. Hands down, Tartarus. I am gonna buy so many Tartarus sets when they come out with their revamped set. Whatever Mark Calgar wears, probably Indomitus. You just have to get cooler in terms of rules. That's fair, yeah. Hey, Raja, what's going on? We're finishing up a little Zeratul here. Yep, Calgar wears Defilers and apparently wears Twin Lance battlesuit armor, according to the memes channel of Discord that my girl posted. Try something here. Got a few minutes. Yes, I will take some pictures when he's done, and I'll post them before I ship them out. Calgar and Terminator are dueling the Swarm Lord? Yeah. I know why you love it. It's the one duel that Calgar loses. And they don't treat the Swarm Lord like an Avatar Arcane. My favorite, like, old school, like, Tyranid lore. And I remember when this was like the 5th edition codex, I think, when the Swarm Lord was first a thing. In their codex, there's a story about it's craft world Iandon, when the Tyranids attacked Iandon. And, it's going through the battle, and it's, back and forth, and there's all this stuff. Well, the Tyranids are winning, and the Eldar summon the Avatar. So the Avatar steps out onto the deck or the surface of the ship and sees the Swarm Lord and points its sword at the Swarm Lord, as if to challenge the Swarm Lord to combat. And the Swarm Lord, in response, sends 12 Carnifexes after the Avatar and kills it. Because why in the world would the Swarm Lord fight a duel against something, if it doesn't have to? It apparently just duels Calgar after that, but I always thought that was funny, like Eldar trying to get like one up on the Swarm Lord. He just sent a dozen Carnifexes after it. This is also a time when the Carnifex was the biggest plastic Tyranid you could buy. So maybe it was a little more menacing when that was the case. British in the Civil War vibes, yeah. Yeah. Hero versus Kraken. Oh, okay. Not sure if I remember that specific part of it. Alright. Lore accurate Avatar, but it cut through the Carnifex and just burned. No, lore accurate Avatar literally died to the 12 Carnifexes. Because that was literally the lore. You call the dude the Swarm Lord, and you can't figure out that he's going to attempt to swarm. There was a good 5-year period though where the Avatar would die in every book and codex that existed because they thought it would make whatever character look strong, but it just made the Avatar look weak. After, like 5 people killed. Fulgrim killed an Avatar with his bare hands. He wasn't even a demon yet. Yeah, I wonder what the Swarm Lord will do. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he came back and saved the ship, the craft world. Yep. Well, guys. Oh, I love that purple. Oh, that purple's so good. I like it. I like it. Dale on Patreon, I hope you enjoy this. If you're chilling and watching, I'll try to take some good photos. I will take some photos. I will try to make sure they are good photos. I used pro-acryl purples from dark purple up to royal purple, and then some purple. I think just standard, standard purple was like my final highlight here. But this is kind of my mid-tone, was royal purple. Incredible color. Yeah, Carnifexes are great. I mean, like 4th edition, they were like 100 and something points. That was when you could take them as elite choices if they stayed under a certain point value, which was great. You could just take I think 6 Carnifexes in a list. It's the original Monster Mash. It's good stuff. Well, guys, we're gonna call the stream there, and I am very happy with this mini. I'm going to take some an airbrush. I'm gonna try to get some cheap and easy OSL through the mini from his little glowing sword, and then we'll seal it, and then I'm gonna send it out to our giveaway winner. So that's what we're gonna do. But this is a Zeratul for the new Starcraft miniature game. I like this mini. I like the colors on him. I would totally put this dude on the shelf. Yeah, it was good to see everybody. I'll be on Tuesday, and I hope I'm painting something fun on Tuesday. That's the goal. And if I'm not, I'll be painting something. So you could take them in. Yeah, 5th you could take them in squads. That's right, Avelios. That's right. Yep. So they just made it so you could take more. Good times. All right. Have a great evening, everybody. Have a wonderful Monday, and I will see you all on Tuesday. Bye, everybody.